What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk to you about the top 5 most heavily shorted stocks in the market as of right now. So I'm going to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off with stock number 5, you have Rocket Companies, tickers RKT, sitting at 1422. Over the last 1 year, it is up 3.12%. And then over the last 1 month, up 12.46. This is what they do. On a side note, in case you are curious, so company profile based out of good old Detroit. On a seasonality standpoint, with us pretty much heading into July fairly soon, over the last 4 years, it does average about 14.7%. So again, something to kind of keep in mind. But aside from that, 56.84% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 70.4 million shares. Cost to borrow average is 19.87. Short score, so the higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening, is sitting at 87.05. DTC, so the higher the number, the higher the magnitude of a potential squeeze, because that does factor in overall how many shares are being shorted versus the average volume. But generally, as you can kind of see from this kind of teal/neon line-ish, whatever it is, ultimately it is sitting at all-time high short interest number. So if the market does continue its good momentum, shorts are clearly overextended with this stock, so you could have a little bit of a pinch. So reason to add this stock and the rest of them to your watch list. One thing I do want to bring up though is through IBKR does indicate 45,000 shares is available to be shorted. And the reason why I bring this up is in some cases, some stocks might be limited supply. So you might see some buying coming from big players, BlackRock, Vanguard, as they like to buy stock just to lend out. So in some cases that could be obviously happening, thus adding some buying pressure. So this is stock number 5. Moving on to stock number 4, tickers AIRS, sitting at $4.90. Over the last 1 year, up 19.51. Over the last 1 month, up 14.75. Seasonality, July seems to be also another good month, so up 20.2% over the last 3 years of it trading. And actually every single year, it seems to be ranging from 5.2 to 31%. So again, another element to kind of think about, but this is what they do. Healthcare services based out of good old Miami Beach, but 61.49% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 6.96 million shares. Cost per average is 10.67. Short score, 88.34. DTC though, that is definitely a very, very high number, 12.28 days. So I think in reality, this definitely does go to show that they are very overextended. There's about 2.9 million shares available to be shorted on a side note. So let me know your thoughts on stock number 4. Moving on to stock number 3, you have Creative Global Technology Holdings Limited, CGLT, sitting at $1.24. It has been trading for less than a year, but so far year to date, not doing all that great, down 84.48, and then over the last 5 days, down 13.5. So couple other things to take note of here. It does show the market cap, volume, and so forth. So I'm not really bringing this up in every case, but feel free to pause it. It does have also a lot of good information. And because of it not really having that much trading history, there's no seasonality or anything, but this is what they do. So based out of Hong Kong, technology distributor, 17 employees, but 68.1% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 979,000 shares. So essentially, this is exactly what the market does like to squeeze. Heavily shorted, low float. So I'm sure some influencers will be kind of picking up on this and really pushing this out. So that's kind of the basis of that. Cost to borrow average is 304.79. One thing I do want to bring up though is that is a annual rate, not a daily rate. So that'd be insane if it was daily, but so roughly less than 1% a day ultimately. But short score 78.56, and then through IBKR does indicate roughly around 90,000 shares is available to be shorted. So this one definitely could see some buying coming from big money, because cost to borrow at 141 through IBKR is rather juicy. So this is stock number 3. Moving on to stock number 2, ticker is NGNE, sitting at 1616. Over the last 1 year, it is down 53.59. 6.9, and then over the last 1 month, down 6.64%. Seasonality, July doesn't seem to be doing all that great, down 9.4% over the last 10 years, but August, on average, over the last 10 years, does go up 94.1. And I think that's just because of 2015 really skewing the numbers. But aside from that, though, this is a company profile. So biotech, 107 employees, founded in 2018, but 68.78% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 2.2 million shares. Short score is 84.1, so pretty high for that. DTC as well, similarly very high, 8.61, and then through IBKR does indicate 15,000 shares is available to be shorted. So definitely something to keep in mind. So this is the second most heavily shorted stock in the market as of right now. And then moving on to stock number 1, you have ticker FLWS, 1-800-Flowers.com. So sitting at 513 over the last 1 year, down 45.6%. And then over the last 1 month, it is gaining some good momentum, up 10.8%. This is what they do. Company profile, so based out of looks like Jericho, New York, if I'm saying that right, in the States. Seasonality, July does go up roughly around 7.6%. That's over the last 10 years. August and September, not all that great. So something, again, just to somewhat keep in mind if you're a little bit more of a swing trader or whatever else. But 75.52% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 10.7 million shares. Cost to borrow average is fairly low, 2.29%. Short score, 84.72. DTC, 15.6. That is just insane. So of course that does factor in just the overall average volume that they do get on a daily basis compared to what is being shorted. So definitely some interesting things is happening, and this right now you can see shorts have really been doubling down, so it is sitting at the all-time high short interest. Through IBKR does indicate 200,000 shares is available to be shorted, and ultimately this is a good kind of reason why I show this, because it does jump from 50 to 250, and that clearly was some entity buying 200,000 shares just to lend out. So again, something to keep in mind, but this is the top 5 most heavily shorted stocks in the market as of right now going into this week. So let me know your thoughts. Do you own any of them? Is there any other squeeze plays that you feel could really move higher? And if so, let me know your general thoughts on that. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon and give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.